Hey everyone, welcome to Open by Accident. I'm Matt, and today I've got a little unboxing for you of some new Evercade carts, as well as some big news that was just announced from Blaze. Let's get right into it. All right, so we got a package from Video Games Plus. This place is based out of Canada. This is where I've started getting my Evercade cartridges. I've heard some pretty bad horror stories about people not getting their Evercade stuff upon release when ordering on Amazon. And I've never really ordered on Amazon when it comes to the Evercade, so I haven't experienced that yet. I've either gotten from Funstock out of the UK, or in this case, Video Games Plus. And after this experience, I think I'm going to go ahead and continue using Video Games Plus. These games were street dated or release date of November 29th, and according to the shipping label, that's when they shipped to me. And coming from Canada, they arrived December 5th, so I think that's a pretty decent turnaround time. I got them within a week of release, and we've got two of the new 4 games that are coming out this fall season to share with you, and let's take a look at them. So first up, we've got the Data East Arcade Collection. This is collection number 2. This has got 12 games on it. Some of these I'm pretty excited about playing. In the package itself, you get the cartridge, a full color manual, and as well as a sticker sheet, which is kind of a neat little touch. I love the little extras that video game companies put in there. So as far as the game list, you got 12 games on this particular cartridge. You got Peter Pepper's Ice Cream Factory, originally released in 1984. You got B-Wings, also an 84 release. Shootout, looks like it came out in 85. And again, these are all the arcade ports. This is another arcade cartridge. This is number 12 in the arcade collections. We've got Last Mission, Express Raider. A lot of these I've never heard of, so those will be fun to kind of discover some new games. We got SRD, Super Real Darwin. Midnight Resistance, I know that game. That was on the Genesis as well, and that's already been released on the Evercade systems in the cartridge. Like the home console version. This is the arcade port, though. Crude Busters, that's a fun one. You've got Trio the Punch, Never Forget Me, and Super Burger Time. And then the last game, it looks like, I've got 2 more. Edward Randy, and then Joe and Mac Returns. It's kind of interesting that of the Joe and Mac series that we've seen Joe and Mac Returns, we've seen the Joe and Mac 2 that was on the Super Nintendo, but we haven't seen the original Joe and Mac yet within the Evercade system, so maybe they will get on that at some point. But so that's the Data East Arcade Collection 2. I really enjoyed the first Data East collection, so this is going to be a nice addition to the Evercade collection. And then the other cartridge that I got, this is the Toaplan Arcade 3. So this is going to be another good cartridge probably for your EXP because of the Tate mode or Tate mode, however you like to pronounce it. Again, this one came with the cartridge, full color manual, as well as a sticker sheet. So I like the sticker sheet edition. That's a nice, like I said, little touch. So this one has 7 games in it, and there's a couple of them that I'm pretty excited about. If you're into shoot 'em ups, Toaplan collections are for you. So you got Bats and Gun Special Version. So I guess that's 2 different games there. Looks like they got in the manual, they got like a nice little printout on it. You've got Outzone, Fix 8, Truxton 2. First Truxton's really good. I've never played Truxton 2. I'm going to probably butcher the pronunciation of some of these, but Gox, it's spelled G-H-O-X. Gox. We've got Vimana. Again, some games that I've never heard of, but it's another shoot 'em ups. So I was like, that's a no-brainer. I'll play those. So far, the Toaplan cartridges have been pretty solid. The packaging from Video Games Plus was nice. It was in a box. Both cartridges came in the same package. They also included a couple of Video Game Plus stickers, probably 1 for each game. So that's a nice little touch from them. I like how the packaging design is on their shipping box. I mean, putting their logo on there, and then inside the box, the thank you, and then the Video Games Plus logo yet again. Recently for, I guess it would have been like Cyber Monday, they did put a lot of their Evercade cartridges on sale. I missed pretty much all of 2024 and most of 2023 releases. So it was a nice time for me to catch up. I was picking up games for around $14, $15 on sale, and I got those between Video Games Plus and then one of our local vendors in the United States for Evercade, which was Castlemania Games. They also had a like Black Friday sale where you're able to get some of the games for around that $15 range with pretty cheap shipping there, which, it's kind of interesting. I got free shipping on Video Games Plus coming out of Canada, but didn't get free shipping from a place here in the United States. But between the two, I was able to narrow it down. So I'm only missing, I think, 3 cartridges to have the complete lineup up until the next 2 cartridges come out here later this month. I'm really enjoying the Evercade. I'm happy to kind of dive back into it. I've been in the Evercade ecosystem since about 2022, so this is a good time to get into it if you haven't already with the recent releases of the Evercade Alpha, the bar top arcades, and of course what we're going to jump into right now, the big announcement that they just dropped as of December 5th on their website, as well as through other avenues like on YouTube and Discord. But it looks like we're getting SNK games on the Evercade, which is pretty big. SNK is best known for the Neo Geo systems. I've always been a big fan of the Neo Geo. I have a Neo Geo MVS in my living room. I've had it for a long time, and I've been considering getting rid of it just because I don't use it as much as I'd like to, but I still love the games. So this creating a new avenue for me to play SNK games is going to be amazing. I'm not sure the direction they're exactly going to go in, but if you look at the press release on their website, it does mention the Hypertech Mega handhelds. So I'd imagine we'll probably get a Neo Geo one with built-in Neo Geo games. They mention the Alpha, so we'll probably get a bar top with built-in games as well. Hopefully we get cartridges as well. They do mention cartridges, but I think that's going to be key for this to be a success, is because that's what Evercade has built their ecosystem around, is the collectors and the cartridges. So we definitely need Neo Geo themed cartridges. My biggest fear probably is like if they come out with a Neo Geo handheld and then the bar top arcade, that those games are going to be exclusive digitally to those particular units, and then the cartridges are going to have their own set of unique games, and then you're going to have to buy like multiple devices that you don't need just to get access to all of the Neo Geo games that they're going to offer. It'd be kind of interesting to see what direction they go as far as which cartridge lineup they put them on. I'd probably imagine they'll put them on the Purple Label arcade cartridges, since that's probably what they're most known for. But the AES Neo Geo is, an identical port of the arcade, so it could go either way. I mean, they could have it in the red, like home console version or the arcade, but my guess would be arcade. And maybe they can have a lineup of home console ports on that red label with Neo Geo CD games, because there are some distinct differences between Neo Geo CD versus the AES and MVS, especially when it comes in the sound department. Some of the soundtracks on the Neo Geo CD are just awesome banging soundtracks. So I'd love to see some Neo Geo CD ports as well as AES and MVS ports of these games. We'll just have to wait and see what direction they go, but this announcement was made today, or yesterday rather, and it's for 2025. So hopefully sometime next year we will start to see more information about this and get hard dates as to what products we're going to see and when. But this is pretty big for Blaze and Evercade to get the Neo Geo lineup, because there's some amazing games on the Neo Geo systems, like the Metal Slugs and the King of Fighters, the World Heroes games, and it's kind of interesting to see what they get, and maybe we'll see some games that are really hard to find, like that didn't come out on like the MVS but came out on the AES and vice versa. Like one that comes to mind in that is like Cross Swords 2. I know it's on one system but not the other, or maybe it was a Neo Geo CD exclusive, and that's where that comes in, where maybe we'll see some Neo Geo CD. Evercade's been able to emulate PlayStation, so I can't imagine they can't emulate Neo CD. So we'll just have to wait and see what direction they go in, but regardless, this is big news for them. Hopefully it's not a fumble. Hopefully they release cartridges, because if there's no cartridges, and it's just a built-in, like the Capcom licensing agreement, I think it's going to be another fumble on their part. So not that it really was a fumble including the Capcom, I just feel like they should have included the Capcom games on a cartridge. But there again, I don't know the ins and outs of their licensing agreements, and maybe it was just too expensive for them to license that. But I can only speak for myself, but I know that if it was a matter of paying extra for a game cart like a Capcom cartridge, I would pay more for that to get better quality games, or games that I remember playing as a kid on the Evercade systems. I'd pay a premium, to have things like that. So if it's a case of in the Neo Geo and SNK agreement where we're paying a little extra to get, a Metal Slug cart, with all the Metal Slugs on one cartridge, I'm okay with paying a little bit of a premium on that, because those are top-notch games, and I want to see them in cartridge form. So time will tell. Either way, I'm excited for what's to come in 2025 for the Evercade systems, and I hope you guys are too. So thanks for watching. We appreciate you guys. Take the time to make a comment below, like, subscribe, do whatever you want to do. We're pretty easygoing over here at Open by Accident. So we just appreciate everybody taking the time to check out the channel. So thanks again, and we'll see you on the next one.